Nothing serious. It's basically just a cyst that I'm gonna have to have surgery on. So that's something that has been, you know, sort of weighing on me a little bit. It's been something I've been somewhat self-conscious about, which is another reason I haven't really worked on videos at all. I've not wanted to be in front of the camera. You can probably see it just from me talking. I've not wanted to point this out, but I feel like the easiest way to do that is, or the easiest way to get over it is just to get in front of the camera and talk about it. If I can, I want to do an update video on it as it progresses because I do have to get surgery to remove it. If I can also have footage of that surgery, that would be great. I'm really hoping the doctor allows me to do that. Just for my own curiosity, I'm just curious what it looks like when they cut it open and remove it. And if you guys can't quite see it, I'll go ahead and zoom in now to get a view of it. So as you can see, it's not pretty. And especially now that I've pointed it out, you can probably see it as I'm talking to the camera.
Hey everyone, I should have already done some kind of an intro to this, but I'm at the room where I'm being operated on, and I'm waiting on my mom to get here, of all people, because she's going to be the one recording this surgery. I've got pretty much nothing more than my bag with me, with the GorillaPod. Yeah, right now I'm just waiting on her to get here. Surgery's at 4, it's currently 3:52. I'm dressed like this because I came literally straight from work. So the next time you see me, I should be either in a waiting room or on some kind of, camera's not focusing, on some kind of operating table or something. So, see you then.
Hey everyone, this is a continuation from the clip you just saw. I know I said that the next time you see me, I should be on a table or in a waiting room. That wasn't the case. They did not allow me to record, which sucks, but you know what, I kind of get it. It had a lot to do with privacy issues and things of that nature. However, not all is lost because I promised you guys potential and hopeful footage of my surgery, and I'm hoping that I can deliver on that. Because we actually have, I actually have video of the surgery right here in front of me. Hopefully, what we're gonna do now is react to it. Because I said that, I don't know if I said this on video or if this was something that I just said to myself, but I really wanted to react to an actual removal. So what's gonna show up on screen now is a very close-up shot of someone else's mouth. Just to warn you, this is graphic, and it will be someone getting cut open. So if you have a weak stomach like I do to this stuff normally, hold on tight, but this is what happened to my lip, and this is what the result is. To show you real quick also, this is the end result of what you're seeing here. So yeah, as you can see, plenty of stitching, and there's actually some white going on. I think that's actually from the tissue starting to heal, because this is the end of the day after the surgery. So I had the surgery yesterday at 4 o'clock at the time of this recording, and it is now 11 o'clock this evening. It's a lot later than I thought it was. Yeah, I don't know when this video is going to get out, but without any further ado, here is what happened to my lip with my reaction attached to it. So yeah, let's roll the clip. This is actually about how large mine was as well. Yeah, he didn't feel around it like that. He actually just got straight to it. So yeah, you know, that's an oval shape it should be, or what he called an elliptical shape, although he seems to just be cutting straight and then peeling it open. Sort of like a very large pimple video. I was numbed but awake, so I could feel certain things happening, but not to enough of a degree to really define what was going on and be like, yeah, this is what's happening to me right now. But they just pry it open, and at this point I could feel pressure but not pain, because again, I was numbed. It almost felt like there was just a blanket around my lip and someone was pulling on the blanket whenever they would pull at it, like they're doing here. He actually, one thing that he did do, I don't know if is whether or not it's going to happen here, is that they actually popped it. When he was removing it, I felt something rush into my teeth, and I thought it was blood. I just thought, you know what, I'm bleeding, I'm being cut open, it's pretty normal, I'm not gonna freak out. And he said, he briefly brought it up and just, you know, not to worry, that's just some liquid. I did pop it just now. Yeah, there they are, cutting this guy's lip open. Oh, just pulling at it. And I do remember feeling this because I remember the nurse holding my lip open and down. And him, I felt a pulling sensation. Didn't feel any pain, but I did feel my lip giving and being messed with. It doesn't look like he's popped it yet. I don't know how common popping it is, but it definitely happened to me. I do remember him wiping it a lot as well to clean it. Oh, it looks like it did pop. Okay, so maybe that is pretty normal. So he just ripped it off. They're probably gonna dry it. Oh, they went and sewed it up. Okay, so I got 3 stitches in mine, I believe, with a little bit of bunched up skin on this side here. I don't know how that'll affect my lip in the future, but it looks like this guy did a little bit of a cleaner sewing job, not as tight. Not to judge my doctor, because he did great. He was very professional, very good at what he did. This just looks a little less stressed on the lip. Not to sound professional or anything, because I'm not, but it does. And that's 2 weeks later. So in 2 weeks, it should be mostly healed. This guy does have braces. It's a common trend I've seen on a lot of people. Dr. Khaled Assad, there's his stuff. I'm gonna leave it on screen because I'm using this video. This is from his channel because I couldn't get my own stuff. What the fuck is that? So that was that. I do have a picture of it. They removed it, put it into a bottle, and that bottle was sent off for testing. They said that more often than not, the mucus seals are benign, but it was sent off for testing for cancer because what causes them is repeated trauma in the same area of the lip, which, like I said, braces seem to be a common trend. And I think that's because braces will get caught in your teeth. They'll rip your, not braces will get caught in your teeth, braces will get caught in your lip, and your lip will just get torn apart by it repeatedly. And so while I don't have braces, I do bite my lip a lot. And I think that's kind of what a big triggering factor for it was. Did not mean to bump the mic. But I do tend to get very nervous and anxious pretty easily in a lot of different circumstances and spots in my life. And whenever I do, my go-to is my fingernails or my lips. And I'm gonna stop that from now on because this surgery was not fun. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it was not fun. I don't ever want that again because I do remember opening my eyes twice. Once he walked away for a moment, so I was just gonna take a peek to see if I could see anything. I saw her hands holding my lip open. And when I saw him come back, there was a scalpel with blood on the end. And then another time I looked, he was in the middle of either pulling or cutting, couldn't tell which because again, I couldn't really feel anything. I could just feel whenever the rest of my lip would pull with it. And it kind of hurt. And when I would see that, or when I would feel that, I could just tell something was going on. And so when I looked, I do remember seeing blood on his fingers and a pulling. I do remember pulling now, actually, yeah. So like he pulled, I could see the tool and just the very top of the seal, the mucus seal. So yeah, that was it. That was my cyst getting removed, and a nice little reaction to some footage of it and my recollection of what happened. 2 out of 10 would not recommend. Don't bite your lips if you can help it. It's something that I've not done since the surgery. It's only been 2 days, so we'll see what happens, but it's also something that I'm gonna fight not to do anymore because it's just not worth it. This is awful. So yeah, if I haven't already, like I said, I have a pic of the cyst and its removal. The extra bits of tissue in there are 2 things. One, he said that it broke apart a little bit when it popped, so there's pieces in there, and there's also tissue, saliva tissue from within my lip. So I did lose some of the tissue only because removing that prevents the chances of a cyst regrowing, although that still could be what happens in the future. I don't know. That spot's now going to be more vulnerable to a cyst growing. Another thing is that to the touch and rub, my lip is still very numb and tingly. Don't know if that's a permanent thing, don't know if that means nerve damage or what, but that is a thing that definitely happened. So yeah, thank you Dr. Khaled Assad for the footage. Gonna put his channel in the link below because without him I wouldn't have this footage to look at and go over with you. So if you enjoyed, thank you for liking. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so. If you're a returning subscriber, I love you the most. If you didn't like it, if that made you sick to your stomach, that got caught in my teeth, that's something that keeps happening. What was I saying? If you didn't like it, if it made you sick to your stomach because you're trying to eat food and you saw this, even though I gave the warning, feel free to dislike. But if you do, even as always, be sure to enjoy yourselves. And until the next video or live stream, because I tend to do a little bit of both, stay frosty and stay humble.